Welcome to Promoting Powerful Ethical Engagement with Normative Case Studies, a course created and developed by the EdEthics Initiative at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. I'm Ellis Reed, and I'll be one of your co-instructors.
And I'm Miera Levinson, your other co-instructor. I'm a professor at the Harvard Graduate School of Education and the founder of EdEthics, an initiative that affirms that ethics matter in education and that creates resources to help educators, policymakers, and other stakeholders reason through the ethical dilemmas that they face in their work. One way that we provide this help is through normative case studies, short, accessible, empirically researched cases built around everyday ethical dilemmas in education. Normative case studies are a tool that we've both been developing with students and colleagues over the past decade or so to help normalize and support ethical deliberation about hard issues in educational policy and practice. This feels important to me partly because of my own experiences as a middle school teacher for 8 years. I was constantly confronting ethical dilemmas in my own work. You were too.
Yeah, I first saw normative case studies in action as a doctoral student at Harvard supporting EdEthics. I found normative case studies to be a really useful bridge between the theory we learned in seminar rooms and the challenges I had experienced working in the field of education. Before starting graduate school, I worked as an educator and administrator at a college access nonprofit, where much like Miera, I regularly encountered really hard ethical questions, from how to allocate the limited resources of our nonprofit to how we should think about the value of a college education. When my colleagues and I took those questions seriously, we had to act, often quickly, and rarely had time to slow down and reflect. One of the biggest reasons I find normative case studies to be so valuable is that they can help to give education professionals the time to reflect on the ethical dimension of their work. And because the conversations are structured, even a relatively short deliberation among colleagues can be powerful.
In that light, we have several key goals for this course. First, of course, is to teach you how to write your own normative case studies. For many years, educators, scholars, and policymakers who use our normative case studies have expressed a wish for case studies about their own context, sometimes about specific ethical dilemmas that they have faced. Whatever has brought you to this course, we want you to leave with a case study that you can use in your own work to think through dilemmas that feel deeply meaningful to you.
A second key goal of the course is to build a network of practitioners and scholars engaged with the normative case study method. Through your work in this course, you're joining a diverse global community made of people from different countries, backgrounds, and disciplines. We're thrilled to welcome you to this community and to hear your perspectives on the ethical landscape of education. Together, we're building the field of educational ethics to make schools more just places for all students.
Before we dive into Unit 1, here are some logistical notes about the course. This course will run mostly asynchronously, allowing you to work at convenient times for you. At the beginning of the course, you'll spend a lot of time reading and reflecting. Towards the middle of the course, you'll move to researching and memoing, and by the end, you'll be focused on drafting and refining your case. Throughout the course, you're invited to share your thoughts and reflections in our discussion forums, where you'll engage with fellow learners from around the world. And you'll regularly meet with a small group of peers in a learning pod. These meetings will give you a chance to share your thinking and get feedback. You'll also be supported by a writing fellow, an experienced case writer who will help you through the writing process. At each key stage of the process, you'll get feedback from a peer and from a writing fellow.
Before you can write your own case study, though, it's critical that you understand how normative case studies pose ethical dilemmas and generate thoughtful discussion. As we'll learn, it's the tiny details that make or break a case. So Unit 1 is a foundational unit. We'll spend time learning about the normative case study method, reading published normative case studies developed by our teaching team, and analyzing and participating in case discussions. This experience will ultimately help you choose a dilemma for your own case and pinpoint the crucial details that lead to fruitful discussion.
We can't wait to learn alongside you in this course and to see what dilemmas you bring from your context. Let's get started.